What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. Volvo is cutting in its model offer, some Volvos are disappearing soon, and we know a date when Volvo is ceasing Volvo diesel production. So, let me tell you a bit more. So let me start with a bit of sad news because Volvo is discontinuing the Volvo S60 and S90 production from half next year. So that is halfway 2024. And that is confirmed by some insiders from Volvo, of which the Dutch Volvo car importer, while information on potential successors remains undisclosed. An earlier report from an anonymous inside source suggested that Volvo has electric successors in the planning. So that would mean that Volvo is working on a Volvo S60 and S90. Now I've also heard some rumors and have some sources here and there that the chance of seeing the Volvo S90 soon is pretty big. So I'm looking forward to that a lot. Of course, these are anonymous sources and whatnot, so stay tuned. But now that Volvo has the Volvo EX90 and EX30 out of the way, also the EM90, they probably will announce as next car, an important one, so that must be the or EX60 or ES90. Looking at the lineup, I'm expecting that the ES90 will be the next Volvo car that will be revealed. Now, contrary to the fate of the Volvo sedans, the S60 and S90, there is good news for the Volvo V60 and V90 because they will continue for some more years. So that's good news. Of course, we have the Volvo V60 and V90 T6 plug-in hybrid and T8 plug-in hybrid. Some countries still have like the B5 and B6 mild hybrid petrol engines. They're also quite nice. But it is good to know that for at least some more years we will have some Volvo station wagons. Now, to give a bit of perspective why Volvo is discontinuing the S60 and S90, I got some sales figures for you from the Netherlands, where I live, about these cars, and then also their counterparts, the V60 and V90. Now, it is quite interesting because last year in 2022, the S60 registered 266 new cars. The S90 only 44, compared to 2,150 V60s and 385 V90s. So that is significantly more than the sedan versions of it. Now, for this year, pretty much the same, but then you do see that production capability has scaled up a bit. Of course, COVID had quite an impact on the production year 2022. Now in 2023, we see that Volvo is producing more models. There's also a bit more Volvos on stock already, but you also see that reflected over here. So sales for this year, the first 9 months, the S60 registered 295 models, whilst the V60 did already 1,445. Now for S90, kind of the same, 116 registrations versus the V90, which already has 221 registrations. So over there you see that the S60 and S90 are just not really that popular anymore. And that of course justifies why Volvo is stopping with production for the Netherlands and some other countries first with the S60 and S90. Now, to put this even a bit more into perspective, these S60s and S90s sold in the Netherlands and often in Europe as well, they are sold, but they are often sold to rental companies and businesses. So for example, Hertz, Avis, and also to government institutions. So basically these cars are just pushed to whatever party wants them, because like private customers, they are not really into these kind of cars anymore. Especially with the Volvo S90, 44 models last year and this year 116. Well, I dare to make a bet with you that more than half of these cars are registered by the dealerships themselves and serve as customer cars, demo cars, or a car for the salesman, director, whatnot. Probably these S90s will be sold with a loss, or this loss will be compensated by Volvo cars. So yeah, there are quite some good reasons why Volvo is stopping with the S60 and S90. Now, I do foresee, of course, in the near future that Volvo will launch a Volvo ES60, but especially the Volvo ES90, I'm pretty sure that will be coming soon. Then some news about the Volvo diesel engines. Volvo announced that they will stop production of the Volvo diesels early 2024. So we are already basically in the last few months of diesel Volvo production. And this maybe is not the biggest news. Volvo announced that they will become this full electric brand by 2030. And yeah, diesels do not, of course, fit in that image of the brand. Now, especially here in the European Union, diesels, well, they were quite popular. In 2015, more than half of the sold cars were diesels. But by now, in, for example, July this year, only 14% was. And that is because of regulations by the European Union, and especially after the whole Dieselgate scandal by VW. Yeah, diesels are not that popular anymore. We are shifting quite rapidly here to electric vehicles and plug-in hybrids on petrol. Also for Volvo, the majority of Volvos sold a few years ago were diesels, and now it only makes up for about 9% of the Volvos sold. And then I guess these sold diesel Volvos are then also mostly for, I guess, rental companies. So yeah, there is not a lot of interest anymore in diesel Volvos. Now it is a bit of a bummer because diesel engines, they drive really nice. It's very torquey and super efficient. So that makes me feel a bit mixed about this, that we are getting rid of super efficient engines. Then again, their emissions, of course, aren't that good. So it's a good thing that we stop with diesels, but on the other hand, I have very good memories about Volvo diesels, especially the Volvo V60 D6, the diesel plug-in hybrid Volvo from 2010, 2011. That was the first plug-in hybrid Volvo, or mass production plug-in hybrid Volvo, which was just a joy to drive. So, you know, with that in memory, I'm a bit sad to see all the diesel Volvos go, but it is for a good cause, for a good reason, I assume. So yeah, electric Volvos it is. Now at this moment, the diesel Volvos you can get are the Volvo B4, B5 and B6. Basically these 2-liter 4-cylinder diesel engines with already a mild hybrid 48 volts battery in the car. So it is already a bit of this hybrid diesel vibe going on. And to put that even a bit more into perspective, here in the Netherlands the diesel Volvos aren't even sold anymore. So you also already see that most countries are already adapting to not selling Volvo diesels anymore. So yeah, there we go guys, a bit of news this week. For me it's sad to see the S60 and S90 go. It are just very beautifully designed and comfortable cars. I used to have a Volvo S90 D3, so also a diesel engine. Wow. A few years ago in bursting blue R design. That was a great car. So yeah, I have very fond memories about both the S90 and also diesel engines. I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm a bit sad to see them go. Of course, fingers crossed that Volvo will replace these cars eventually with an ES60 and ES90 and whatnot. So fingers crossed they will do so. Also for the diesel engines, an obvious step, of course, looking at the whole global environmental situation. So yeah, I guess not really a surprise, right? What do you think of all this? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm very curious to your thoughts as well, also coming from other countries. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think it's nonsense or very good and that we are maybe already too late in this shift from diesel to electric and whatnot? Anyway, let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and also subscribe. We are on our way to 10,000 subscribers, so please subscribe. That helps me a lot. Have a great day, and of course, I see you in a brand new video next week. Bye bye.